It's Friday, March 27th, and I'm Lisa Rufiange. And despite how this looks, it is TV7.ca News. I'm coming to you once again from the responsibly oriented thing and broadcasting from my dining room in my Oilers onesie, be going through hockey withdrawal, and there's nobody here to tell me not to. Today, Crystal Lucier has a special update on some of the changes designed to help us out during this crisis. The St. Albert Transit makes some changes to their services, and Stephaine Cordova is here again to help us cut the clutter. All that and more, but first. As of the latest updates from the city, dog parks will still remain open with a few changes. All doors and enclosure gates will be removed from high traffic areas to avoid hand touch points. These changes will take place at the Lacombe Lake Dog Park and boarded rinks around our city. Also, to comply with the direction of Alberta's Chief Medical Officer of Health, Dr. Dina Hinshaw, there must be a limit of 50 users at a time in the dog parks, and users must practice physical distancing of 2 meters between each other. Now, in contrary to the dog park policy, the city has closed all playground structures on city land, including schools and open spaces. So it would seem that it's okay to exercise your furry kids, but not your actual ones. And of course, these aren't the only COVID-19 related changes that the city has implemented. Currently, all city facilities are closed at least until May 31st of 2020, including bookings, rentals, programs, and services. Some city services are still available for access by phone, email, or online. Well, COVID-19 has affected every single person in our country in one way or another. And now some of the restrictions placed on individuals and businesses have caused layoffs at an unprecedented rate. Thankfully, our governments are making significant changes to almost every program to help all Canadians through these uncertain times. To tell us a little more about some of these changes is Crystal Lucier with Financial Focus. Hey, Crystal, how you holding up?
Good morning, Lisa. I'm surviving. It's kind of quiet around here, but I'm getting an awful lot of work done.
Good.
There are a lot of changes. Trudeau went into Parliament and they've made some adjustments to the emergency benefit regulations. So originally they had come out and they had said that they're offering the emergency support benefit or the emergency care benefit, depending on what categories you fall into. When they went in and met on Tuesday, there was a discussion about how confusing that is for Canadians and how it's going to lag the process. So what they've done is they've come forward now with a new benefit that gets rid of all of the other benefits that they've talked about on a federal level. So now we have access to the CERB, Canada Emergency Relief Benefit. This is going to replace all the other federally discussed options, but will not interrupt the Alberta Emergency Isolation Benefit. So you may qualify for both. The emergency isolation benefit that the Alberta government is putting forth is a support payment to kind of gap between your layoff and receiving EI or receiving this new emergency relief benefit that Canada's put into place. It's an amount, one-time payment, $1,146. If you've experienced total or significant loss of income as a result of isolating, or because you're the sole caregiver of somebody that had to medically isolate. If you have no other source of compensation, such as workplace sick leave, overpaid vacation pay, federal EI benefits that are currently coming in place, you will qualify for the emergency benefit. Now, the important thing to note is that as soon as the system went up, it just as quickly went down. The problem is that so many people hit the server that the server crashed, and it has been down now for a couple of days. They're saying to give them a couple of days and keep trying. I'm recommending to my clients and the people that have been in touch with me that if you are looking for the Alberta Emergency Isolation Benefit, perhaps try going into the system and applying either really early in the morning or later in the evening when there's not a large flow. The Canada Emergency Relief Benefit is open to more people than would have received the other benefits as well, and it has been streamlined. So they are saying that it's going to be available around April the 6th, and that it will only be, we've heard 10 days, and yesterday Trudeau said 14 days. So we're saying between 10 and 14 days to get your money. The outpayment of those funds is being handled by CRA, and they will be direct deposited into your account. To qualify for that, it's a $2,000 a month payment for up to 4 months, and it will be taxable, so you will get a slip to claim on your 2020 taxes. Workers who have to stop working because of COVID-19 that don't have access to sick leave or paid leave in other terms can qualify for this. Workers that are sick or quarantined or taking care of a family member that's sick, working parents that have had to stay home because there's no care for their children. This is one that was kind of falling in the gaps with the other programs, but now you do qualify and you will be able to apply for this $2,000 a month payment. If you have employment, but you're not being paid because there's not enough work, so they've sent you home temporarily, you can also apply for this. Also, self-employed business people can apply for this. So if you're not currently working at home and bringing in income, or your income has drastically reduced, you may very well qualify for this. Applications on this are not open yet, but they will be around April 6th. Keep an eye. They have put up a website for the Canada Emergency Response Benefit, but the applications aren't yet open. What that application process exactly looks like, we can't tell you. We're not getting any further information other than what's been announced by the news. Also, keep in mind that the CCB top-up and the GST top-up are still happening. That's $300 per child for the Canada Child Credit, and then $400 per person or $600 per family for the GST. You do not have to apply for those. If you currently receive either of those benefits, you'll just automatically get a top-up in May, so keep your eye open for those. And again, stay home, please. This is accelerating. I know that financial times are tough for everybody, but the government is doing their very best to provide us some benefits so that we can keep each other safe.
I want money.
Well, Memory Roth brings us art in the city each week, where she normally hits the streets to see what's happening in the art community. Obviously, the last few weeks, everything has been either canceled or postponed, but she's still here to give us an update on the new normal for the art community. Hey, Memory, how you holding up?
Hi, Lisa. I'm doing well, thanks. Hi, everyone. I'm here in my home studio. I've been home for a number of days, just hanging out, trying to get some work done. Trying not to go out unless I have to or go for a walk. I hope you are all practicing our rules of physical distancing, but don't forget what's super important is our social connections. So make sure you take care of yourself by staying in contact with your friends and family. Make sure you contact them through emails and phone calls and social media through Skype, video conferencing, Zoom conferences, whatever works for you. Keep in touch with your friends and family. If you find that you have time on your hands and want to pursue some artistic things, you can check out social media. There are all kinds of artists offering all kinds of demos and classes, lessons of all sorts. Some are free, some are paid. You can sign up or you can just log on. I mentioned last week about a few artists. One was Samantha Williams-Trapelski. She's still offering her free demos, and also her, well, actually her free demos are on Facebook and Instagram. So check her out. If you don't know how to check her out, go on to my my new page on Facebook, Art in the City with Memory Roth. I have the links there. We also have the links on our website. We also have them connected on our Facebook page with last week's broadcast. I also wanted to tell you about some other artists who I've been in contact with who have some stuff coming up all the time or this week or whenever. But anyway, check them out. The first one is Barry Bailey. We had him on Art in the City, I think October, November, something like that. Anyway, through his YouTube channel, Barry the Bookman, he will be going live every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday morning at 10:30. So check him out. He always has a lot of interesting things to say. Also, Saltwater Bay Boutique in St. Albert, they are offering an art contest for kids and youth. They have all different age groups, so it's pretty much for anybody under 18. So check them out on their Facebook page, which is Saltwater Bay Boutique. They'll have some links there for their art contest. It started Monday, but it's going to go for a couple weeks. So make sure you check it out. That'd be kind of fun. They have some great prizes, so make sure you look them up. Wholesome Notes Music Academy is offering lessons and tutoring through their online portal. So you can check them out on Facebook also through Wholesome Notes Music Academy. We'll have all these links, so don't worry if you're not catching them while I'm saying these. Katrina Young, a artist in St. Albert, she's trying to make some room in her studio, so she's going to have an inventory sale. She'll be making all kinds of new stuff, so help her out, get some of her stuff out of her studio and onto your walls. You can find her also on Facebook at facebook.com 2CCAT. It's the number 2 SEEKAT. Again, the links we will put them on for you to find them. So I think that's all the people I have today to talk about. But one of the things I really wanted to mention was I want to challenge you to doing some of your own art. I know we're not all artists and we're not all professional artists. Some of us just like to dabble. Some of us don't like to do it at all. But if you have something that you enjoy that's creative that you could make, so think about drawing, painting, sewing, flower arrangement, photos, whatever. It doesn't really matter what you do. Find something creative that you can do and make it from the heart. And then post it on my page at Art in the City with Memory Roth. We will go through all the pictures and we'll try to get them up in a couple weeks to share with everybody, to let everybody see what everybody else is up to. If you're an artist, make sure you add your link also so that we can share that. So that's about it for this week. I did want to show you what I've been up to. Well, actually, I started this a while ago. This is a flower painting of a sunflower, one of my favorite flowers. It's not done, but I will be working on that, and I will post that also. So until next week, hopefully next week we'll be having a Zoom conference interview with an artist. But until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay creative. This is Memory Roth with Art in the City on tv7.ca.
Well, St. Albert Transit has been deemed an essential service and will remain open during the COVID-19 crisis with a few changes. Until May 31st, ridership fares have been eliminated. Now, eliminating fares removes the need for handling transfer tickets, cash, and passes for both our passengers and operators, minimizing contact and maintaining physical distancing measures. Now, if you've already purchased your April passes, you are asked to save them for a refund or an exchange. Details on the refund or exchange program will come out in a few weeks. Limits to the riders on individual buses have been set to 50% capacity to allow riders to spread out. Now, families are permitted to sit together, and as a result of these limits, busier routes will have a second bus to support the additional riders. Although it still feels like winter outside, they will be following the spring and summer schedules starting this Sunday. More information is available on their website at www.ridestat.ca. Many of us are finding ourselves in unique and unfamiliar places these days. For example, I'm a 5th grade teacher struggling with improper fractions. Who knew? Stephaine Cordova is here with Cut the Clutter to help us reorganize our completely disheveled lives. Hello, Stephaine.
Today I'm coming to you from my makeshift classroom because we are going back to school in March. Who would have thought I would be saying that this time last month? If you are overwhelmed with what homeschooling is going to look like, these tips may be helpful to decrease that overwhelm. First, find a spot to put a table or something that will act as a desk. I've used my kids' playroom so that they can include their toys as part of their centers, and because they are at the age where play is still the highest form of learning. Create some signs to help keep your day structured, and it can be as basic or as detailed as you need it to be to keep you on schedule. If you fall off one day, That's okay. Every moment, every hour, every day is a new chance to do it again. But do not use this time as an excuse to be less than you want to be. Don't forget to include snack time, recess, lunch breaks, and stick to those for everyone. Nourish your mind and body to stay mentally and physically healthy. Keep everything you need, like writing utensils, erasers, etc., on a desk or nearby. The less looking around you have to do, the more productive you will all be. Having a charging station for electronics and headphones, keep that close as well. I've told my kids that if they're caught on their technology during non-technology times, that their charging stations will have to move somewhere else out of their reach. And so far, it seems to have worked. Spend a few moments to sign into the teacher-approved resources like RazKids, Epic, whatever they send you. Put them on the favorites list so that it's easier for your kids to access them. To avoid overwhelm of resources, stick to what your teachers are sending you. There is so much out there, so don't feel like you have to do it all or even most of it. If you don't have a table or desk, you can use your own table, but keep each child's belongings and work in a box or a tote, which will act like a portable locker. When they are done their activity, they can clean up everything in the box so that you can quickly clear the table for snacks, lunch, or dinner. If you have any topics you'd like me to discuss, please comment on this video and I'll incorporate those into the future TV7.ca Cut the Clutter episodes. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you next time.
One of TV7.ca's viewers has sent us a video this week that Save on Foods released, where the company's president, Daryl Jones, urges people to stop panic buying. It's the overbuying that's causing a strain on the industry, not a supply chain issue. In the video, the Western Canadian grocer ensures the viewer that price gouging is not and will not take place, and that if we just all go back to normal shopping habits, the shelves will also return to normal. Now, if you have witnessed price gouging or markups within our city, contact Service Alberta at 780-427-4088 to report the issue. Well, now that fitness centers are closed down, it's getting harder and harder to get out and stay active. Here's Michelle Parker with some tips on how you can stay in shape with Let's Get Fit. Hello, Michelle.
Hi, Lisa. Great to see you again this week. So today here at FX3 Fitness, we're going to talk to you about a little bit about adapting to our current situation, because we all know that all of our current situations have changed in one form or another. So we're all adapting and pivoting through some unprecedented times. Last week, I planted the seed to use some of this time to get a head start on things like your spring cleaning. This week, I want to build on that thought, and I'm willing to bet that many of you have fitness equipment buried away somewhere in your home. So this is a great time to get it up, get it out, dust it off. It could be jump ropes, maybe it's hand weights, weighted vests, ankle weights, exercise bands, foam rollers, whatever it is. Let's dig it on out, dust it off, and get ready for some at-home workouts. What do you have available? Curious minds want to know, so I encourage you in the comments below following today's show to leave us a note. What fitness equipment do you have available? Now, if you don't have any equipment, remember that our body is still a great tool. Looking to increase your challenge, you can still add some weighted elements. Think about what's in your cupboards. You can maybe add some soup cans. Maybe you have an empty 2-liter jug or a 4-liter jug that you can fill up with water, or fill up with maybe some potted soil that you might have kicking around ready for this spring. Perhaps you have one of those old big dictionaries still sitting on your bookshelves that you can pull out and make some better use of right now than just being a placeholder on your bookshelves. So to keep you moving, FX3 is currently offering some complimentary fitness classes, including body weight classes, indoor cycling, some yoga. We even did some meditation this week as well too. So check us out on our Facebook page, where you can see our live stream classes as well as our recorded sessions. And remember, now more than ever, making yourself a priority is so very important. Mind, body, and soul. Remember to stay active, stay with your friends and family, be safe, be healthy, be happy, and remember to wash those hands. Everyone, my name is Michelle Parker from TV7.ca News. Have a wonderful day. Until the next time.
Once again, that'll do it for this week. If you have any community events or news that you would like to share with our viewers, feel free to send us an email at news@tv7.ca. From all of us here at the station and me in my dining room, I'm Lisa Rufiange. Please stay safe, be kind, and have a great week. And wash your hands.